Have you ever made a decision that you instantly regretted? I know I have. Like dating that person that everyone warned you about. Or even you're in a restaurant, you stare at the menu for 10 minutes and then you panic and you order the same burger that you always order. Or you order something that's just completely disgusting and you wasted your money. Decision making, it can feel like a gamble, but it doesn't have to be. That's why, let me tell you about Moses. You know Moses from the Bible. You know what? God called him to go back to Egypt. And what was he supposed to do? He's supposed to stand against Pharaoh and deliver God's people. He was supposed to speak on behalf of God. But Moses literally told God, nah, I can't do this. This is God Moses is speaking to. God Moses said, nah, I don't think I can. Imagine telling the creator of the universe he picked the wrong guy. Maybe you picked the wrong guy. I can't speak like this guy. That's like Elon Musk asking you, be the CEO of Tesla. And you're like, sorry, I don't like cars. Come on now. Okay, look, but let's be real. When it comes to our own lives, we do the same thing. You know, we overthink, we panic, and sometimes we choose stuff for the wrong reasons. And sometimes we even make the wrong decisions. For some of us, many times, but God shows mercy. That's why I lean on one scripture. Proverbs 3, 5 to 6, for anyone who's biblical, anyone who speaks Christianese. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. That's simply saying, don't lean on your own understanding. Don't just trust yourself, trust the Lord. Now, I'm going somewhere with this. Of course, the Lord is first. So, first thing you do always is pray about a decision. Next thing, I'll give you some practical tips, maybe kind of like a blueprint. Number one, don't compromise on your values. As a human being, you need to have set values. You need to have stuff that you know you're not going to go back on. You have to have stuff that you know, if this happens, this happens, this happens, I'm going to do this. If there's two options, you have to know which option you're going to choose because you have your certain values. If you have to break your integrity to get it, it is not from God. What did I say? If you have to break your integrity to get that certain position, that certain item, it is not from God. It's from the deceiver, the devil. That ties into a Bible verse. It says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world? To gain the whole world, but lose his soul. I don't even need to explain that. Why would you gain the whole world? You get money, fame, riches, but you end up in hell. You perish. There's no point. This life is temporary. You know what it is? That's the shortcut. The shortcut, the deal, it might look good now, but it's just like that kebab. That the kebab you order at 2 a.m. and then the next morning, even that same night, you're like, probably shouldn't have done that. Number two, find out what interests and strengths you have. So if you have interest, find them out. If you have strengths, stuff you're good at, find them out. Because God gave you a unique gift and purpose. So don't ignore them. If you have certain gifts, play into those gifts. It's quite simple. Like, imagine this. If you hate numbers, you wouldn't want to become an accountant just because your uncle said accountants are stable. You get me? You don't go into something that you hate. Number three, don't choose just for money. Think about it more long term. Chasing money alone, that's the fastest way for you to feel empty. If you chase money, you will feel empty. Because imagine all the rich people in the world. How come all of them are still looking for something deeper? They have all the money in the world, but some of them are still depressed, sad, suicidal, because money cannot solve your problems. What do they say? More money. I thought I was gonna finish it. More problems. Look, the love of money is the root of all evil. Did I say money is evil? No. We are supposed to be rich. Oh, what kind of doctrine is this guy talking about? I'm not even gonna go into that. Look, look for growth, purpose, and alignment with who you want to become. You know, if you're chasing money, that high paying job, all that money, you'll probably be using it for therapy after you're done with that job in a couple years' time. But, anyways, let's go on to number 4. What's that? Always weigh the long term impact. So don't just look at the short term, 6 months, 2 months, 1 year. Look longer term. Maybe look 5 years in advance. Ask yourself, does this just make me feel good now, or is this something I would want to live with in 5 years, in 10 years' time? Is this something I want to do long term? This can link in with a verse. It says, you reap what you sow. So if you're sowing something that you don't even like, that you won't like in 10 years, why would you sow it now? You'll obviously sow something that you want in 10 years now. You get me? Nice and straightforward. Those are just 4 quick points. But let me tell you the truth. Decisions you make today, they shape your tomorrow. Your future is a sum total of the decisions you are making today, right now as we speak. So if you flip a coin, you get chance. If you trust in God, you get clarity. Which one sounds better to you?